All right, I'm going to let the video upload right quick. All right, it's Trump and G, of course, on the stock exchange. This is Trump Ethers crying Van Jones. And crying Van Jones is at it again. I think Van Jones came into the spotlight during the Obama administration. He's probably working on some green energy thing or something. And he's found a way to stay relevant. When the green energy thing didn't work out or ran its course, he hopped on to something else. But he eventually became a public figure. He was well sought after during the Obama administration because he knew Obama. I think he knew Obama. I think he knew a lot about the administration. Like a lot of black folks who were elevated during the Obama administration were given a platform to decipher what the first black president meant, what he really said, and what he really meant. So the Negro whisperers, who could interpret the first black president's intentions and decipher what he really meant and how he felt for the populace. So over the years, Van Jones has become a public figure, well known by the public, and it's unusual to watch CNN. He's not on there discussing a lot of stuff, mostly politics. But he almost had a meltdown when Trump got elected. The night Trump got elected back in 2016, he said, "This is the white lashing of America. And school kids are going to be afraid to go to school the next day. Kids are going to be afraid to go to sleep because the boogeyman was here and warning America of all the bad things Trump would do that never actually came to fruition." So he was on that train about Trump was the boogeyman, Trump was evil, Trump was a dictator, and the sun wouldn't rise in the east anymore once Trump got elected, and the earth would stop spinning on its axis. But it never happened. And then he sided up to Trump. I think can't remember exactly what he did, but he met with Trump behind the scenes to get some resources for something. So all of a sudden, he became a Trump supporter. So he kind of runs hot and cold. Democrat one day, Republican the next day. He got ethered by the public when he sided up to Trump and tried to get some resources and tried to do some backroom deal with the Trump administration after saying it was a white lashing of America when Trump first got elected, and after promoting Obama heavily when Obama was in office. So now, with a clip of what he had to say when Trump was shot at by an assassin a few weeks ago, and he was saying that the strength of Trump carried the day while Biden looked weak. So this is what he had to say.
A bullet couldn't stop Trump. A virus just stopped Biden. You've got the nominees of this party getting their butts kissed. Biden's getting his butt kicked by his own party. The Democrats are coming apart. The Republicans are coming together.
Okay, so he's basically saying that a bullet couldn't stop Trump, but Biden was succumbed to symptoms of COVID, after he got dominated in the first debate with Trump. Biden looked unhinged. He looked incoherent, and Trump pretty much embarrassed him. And then the Democrats circled the wagons around Biden like a bunch of vultures to try to get him up out of the paint because they knew he couldn't beat Trump. And the mask had finally come off of Biden, where he didn't have the cognitive ability to be president. He didn't have the cognitive ability to be president the first 4 years in office, and everybody knew it. But they hid it, and they couldn't hide it anymore after the first debate. And Van Jones was showing how Trump's strength. Trump showed a lot of strength after being shot at, and Biden couldn't survive COVID, and the Democrats were in trouble. Then they pivoted to Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris came out with her plan for the economy. She's going to put in price controls to stop price gouging. Apparently, Van Jones flipped again to Kamala Harris, saying that she's finally showed up. Somebody's going to finally address the price gouging, and she was the woman to do it, implying that she's a viable candidate versus Trump. And this is what Trump had to say about Van Jones. I'm going to try to share my screen. So this is a message from, I think from Truth Social, where Trump says, lightweight political commentator Van Jones begged me while in the Oval Office with tears flowing from his eyes. Emphasis, with tears flowing from his eyes to help get criminal justice reform approved by the U.S. Senate. I got it done with conservative help, and this low-life Jones never once called to thank me or the others to help for what we had done, along with opportunity zones and long-term funding of historically black colleges and universities, and much more. I've done more for our black population than any other than perhaps Abraham Lincoln. Sorry, but that's the way it is. So he ethers Van Jones. He says that Van Jones came to him crying with tears in his eyes, crying for Trump to invoke some type of prison reform, which he did when Obama wouldn't do it. Obama was acting like he couldn't hear you. You start talking about prison reform, which is what if he really cared about black folks, he would have done it when he was a junior senator in Chicago. They were begging Obama to do something for black folks, but Obama wouldn't do it. Trump did it. He said that he funded HBCUs. Yes, he gave him something unlimited funding, and he'd never been thanked for that. But anyway, so Van Jones, who had begged Trump behind the scenes for resources and to set policy to help blacks, Trump did it. Van Jones didn't thank him, and now Van Jones flips on Trump, and Trump called him out for it. And we've had people on Trump and the G. We had John McLaughlin, who's the top pollster in the country, who said, Trump is an outsider. And John's in a lot of ways an outsider because he comes from outside the city. He said, when you come from the outer boroughs or you come from outside the city, when people hit you, you hit back. And Trump hits back. He's from Long Island. When people hit him, he hits back. And Van Jones is finding that out. But the other thing he pointed out was that he was crying. Apparently, for every black man, the prerequisite for a black man to be in corporate media, they have to cry and act emotional. Bakari Sellers cries all the time. Eddie Glaude seems like he's about to cry about everything. Van Jones cries all the time. He cried when Trump got elected. He cried when Biden got elected. He cried when Biden stepped down. When people were calling for Biden to step down, Van Jones had tears in his eyes. So apparently the prerequisite for a black man to be in the corporate media, they have to act emotional and cry. Where a white man can look strong and virile, like they're in control, and be matter of fact about issues, black men have to cry and look weak and look emotional. And apparently Van Jones looked weak in front of Trump while he was begging him for resources with tears in his eyes. So he called him out, crying Van Jones. And he got ethered by Trump. And this is the type of we don't need these type of people representing us in the corporate media, but black folks don't have a choice. This is the representation we get. This is what the corporate media puts in front of the public and beams to the world that black men are weak and they're emotional and they cry about everything. And Van Jones just got ethered for it, and he will not. I guarantee you, he won't clap back. I guarantee you. So that's Trump ethers Van Jones, crying Van Jones. Thank you for listening. Thank you.